The moment we've all been waiting for, Saitama vs. Monster Garou, it's finally here. Saitama, at the end of the chapter, lands directly in front of Garou, and he looks pissed. I've been waiting for this since like 2017, and I'm sorry the video is late. My daughter's been sick and I've been watching her, but I'm here now to talk about this chapter, which is kind of short, but it's nice that we're finally getting into the standoff between Garou and Saitama, because this is what fans have been waiting for. But there's some other interesting things that happen in this chapter as well. Let's start from the beginning and go through it. The cover page, first of all, is like amazing off the bat. Garou stands here, looks so vicious, and it says overflowing strength and vigor. And we start off with the little monster that was with Saitama and Flashy Flash down when they met God. He's there trying to resuscitate Flashy Flash, but Amai Mask, who hates monsters and also is one, comes in to try and kill this innocent monster who still to this day hasn't done anything bad. There are some theories that he would turn into some sort of traitor, but I don't know if it's really looking like that. And Amai Mask is carrying Metal Bat on his back. We saw Metal Bat go all out in the battle against Sage Centipede and finally get knocked down to the ground before Garou destroyed Sage Centipede. So it's at least good to see that Amai Mask is still taking care of some of the heroes, because I thought he was extremely selfish. In any case, the aircraft carrier that Saitama is surfing flies through and interrupts the punch, knocking everyone away. We also get some comical things with King here. He's saying, "Where's Saitama? Where's Saitama?" And there's even a little arrow pointing on top of the aircraft carrier for that Saitama is using as a surfboard. It's hilarious. And as always, King is getting all of the credit for everything, even some very nice credits from Fubuki, my god. We love her. And so does Murata. And we also see a fat Tank Top Master, which is hysterical. So when Fubuki healed Tank Top Master using Pig God cells, it gave him, like, it made him chubby. Like, he's like fat strong. And I don't know if that's going to stay on him or what. Maybe he has to burn it off. But yeah, it's kind of hilarious. I mean, I don't know. That might be his new character. He might just be like a fat Tank Top Master now. Also interesting, Fubuki wants to give energy to Tatsumaki. And this is important because Fubuki's going to heal her up a little bit. This is one of the abilities that Fubuki gained in this entire arc, and she's used it a variety of times. She used it on Genos, she used it on Tank Top Master, she's using it now on her sister, and presumably maybe, you know, she's healing Bang and Bomb as well. And the reason that this is important is because in the webcomic, Tatsumaki does fight Garou a little bit. So there is a little possibility here that before the fight happens between Saitama and Garou, all of these heroes that are still standing here, like Tank Top Master, Fubuki, potentially Tatsumaki, Amai Mask, and Zombie Man, may have one last-ditch effort, one last-ditch gung-ho try to take Garou down before the real fight begins. I mean, I hope it doesn't, because this arc has gone on plenty long enough. But in the webcomic, as soon as Saitama shows his face to Garou, I think it's Darkshine and some of the other heroes just charge directly past Saitama towards Garou, and he makes like very quick work of them. So it's possible that they'll keep fighting, but if they don't, they'll just be watching from the sidelines as we have the greatest One Punch Man battle ever. So everybody's like, oh my god, we gotta get out of here, and King's like, sees Saitama, and he's like, it's alright, just wait right here, you know? And as always, it's gonna work, because Saitama uses like the pressure of his weight, and he like just rockets off the damn ship, and it stops in front of everyone. I just really love this picture of Saitama right here. Like, he looks so sculpted and strong. Like, Murata just has the male physique like down, like the way that he uses like curved but straight lines at the same time. He looks like he has like so much lean muscle, you know, and then he's got this goofy ass face. But like anyways, I just wanted to admire that one picture of Saitama. I mean, that's so clean. So I guess this is just like a normal jump from Saitama, but look at that. I mean, this is a feat of Saitama alone. I'm wondering if he could like jump to the moon if he wanted to. I mean, he probably could. But what a blast off as he jumps off that aircraft carrier. And in doing so, It stops the giant wave that was coming. Everybody's going to be saved because Saitama jumped off at the perfect time using the perfect amount of force, and it kept everybody dry from taking the whole ocean to the face, I guess. But meanwhile, Sage Centipede is still dropping. I mean, that guy was so tall, he was all the way up into the atmosphere, and he drops down onto the aircraft carrier. I mean, nobody gets hurt, but Pig God actually comes in. He's fat again, so if you remember in the previous chapter when he was talking to, I believe it was a My Mask, he was skinny because he had burned up all his energy. After eating gums, he is fat again with a shirt that says Butter on it, and he just swallows up everyone and takes them to safety. So Pig God is a pretty insanely powerful S-class hero if you think about it. He can just one-shot monsters by eating them. He can regenerate. He can give his fat away. I mean, he gave the fat to Tatsumaki to heal people, I think. And he saved so many people in this arc, in particular this fight on the surface as well. So, I mean, I gotta hand it to Pig God. I mean, this guy, not only is he resilient, but he can save people. He can do lots of different things. He doesn't just eat people. I mean, he's very versatile. So then Murata turns up the heat. We see Garou, who's standing in the water, and he's saying, what happened to the sea monster? He's talking about evil natural ocean, which Saitama used a serious punch and obliterated a couple chapters ago. And that's when Saitama lands right behind him. And you're like, oh boy, it's finally here. I mean, this is so exciting for One Punch Man fans. The dream fight that we've been waiting for. We don't even know who the final boss of the next arc is. So until we get there, Garou vs. Saitama is a major fight, the pinnacle of the series, and look at the expression on Saitama's face. I mean, as a reader, as a fan of this comic, your heart just sinks at this point, and you just can't help but get insanely excited at what's about to come. And I'm sure Garou's gotta remember Saitama. I mean, Saitama did take him out before he was monsterfied, but Saitama doesn't remember Garou at all. He even asks, who are you, or what are you supposed to be? And this fight is going to be so explosive. I really hope Murata takes his time with this and gives us 7 or 8 chapters of battle. Give us just some crazy long, in-depth, insane art battle. Please don't make this 1 or 2 chapters, because fans have been waiting for this fight for literal years. And it's going to be interesting to see what happens this time around instead of the webcomic, because there have been some changes. Garou's character is different. He's not the bloodthirsty maniac that he was in the one webcomic, as we saw a few chapters ago when he was fighting with Metal Bat to save the helicopter with the innocent humans on it. Also, God is very involved in this arc and in the One Punch Man manga in general, where he was not in the one webcomic. So I made a video recently talking about the possibility of Garou getting so frustrated in his battle with Saitama that he may take the deal with God. And although it goes against his character, if he's pushed to a wall and he has no other options, I could see him doing that over losing. And if Garou fuses with God or takes God's power, oh my God, fans would go literally crazy. And then imagine if Blast shows up too, because God granted someone power that's a threat now, and Saitama. Okay, I'm getting ahead of myself, but this is extremely exciting. Next chapter comes in 2 weeks, and I pray to God Murata doesn't extend it anymore with Garou versus the S-rank heroes. We already know how strong Garou is. I mean, he's had so many feats, he's defeated so many people and monsters in this arc. Let's see him go up against Baldy and get the real dream fight we've all been waiting for. As always, I will absolutely cover it on the channel. Make sure you guys are subscribed with notifications enabled. I'm Mastar. Hope you enjoyed the video, and I'll talk to you on the next one.